Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a prediction that makes absolute sense and if these two parties were desperate in 2024. So Cori Bush, the representative of the St. Louis area in Missouri, would be the Democratic nominee in the scenario, and Jeb Bush would be the Republican nominee. The former governor of Florida and George Bush's brother and George H.W. Bush's son. So I'm just going to start with safe states that Cory Booker would win easily. These would not be really contested at all. These would be states she would win by safe margins and they would not be competitive states at all. These would be pretty safe states. Now, safe states for Jeb Bush, I would also have no competition. Would likely be these states right here. These would be not really close. I'm just going to put Missouri in a likely margin just because of Cori Bush. Well, I'll get back to Texas. Just because Cori Bush is that's her home state, and people from their home state makes it a little closer, but not by much. She's not going to win Missouri. But I do think that could be a likely margin. And Jeb Bush is not the strongest candidate. Ohio will probably be likely as well. Actually, I'll just make it safe. Ohio I think, would be likely, and so could Iowa. Well, Iowa could be safe, but I think I think it'd be likely though. South Carolina would be safe. So these are the competitive states. I always forget Alaska and Hawaii. So these would be the states that I'm going to say are competitive states right now. And let's start with Minnesota. This is a state Cori Bush will do well in. The voters in Minneapolis will go out for her, and the suburbs are not going to be feeling appealed to get out and vote for Jeb Bush. So Cori Bush will likely win the suburbs just because of Jeb Bush. And this is a state. This would be probably a safe state. This could be this could be a likely state. Actually, I'll make this likely state. Probably this would probably be a likely state, but it could be safe because Jeb Bush should be a good candidate here. Next, Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin would be close, but I do think Jeb Bush would win by a tilt margin. I think, will be the only swing state that Jeb Bush would really have a good chance in. Cori Bush, I don't know. I just don't think she would do well with independent voters in Wisconsin specifically. I do think it would be close. She could get turnout in Milwaukee and Madison in those areas, but I do think Jeb Bush will champion over Cori Bush. Well, actually, I think this could go either way though. Cori Bush could win this or Jeb Bush. This is really a 50-50 state, but I do think Jeb Bush will win Wisconsin with the politics they're trending to the right. I just don't think Cori Bush. And Cori Bush is just Cori Bush is pretty far left, not too far left, but pretty far left. Like a little farther than a normal liberal, but not by too much in my opinion. But yeah, and Michigan I think will be a lean state. She will do well with the black vote because Cori Bush will do well because she is a Black Lives Matter activist and she's black obviously herself. So she's going to do well with these areas. She's very popular with the minority vote. And that's going to help her in Michigan by a lot. Jeb Bush really doesn't have any appeal in Michigan. He can win 5 soccer moms in Michigan. That'd be it. There's just not too much appeal for Jeb Bush in Michigan. I think this would be a state Cori Bush could easily win. We're going to do New Hampshire. This is not a state This is not a state that the Republicans are going to win anytime soon. So I'm just going to put this in a lean margin. Oh yeah, I forgot DC. Sorry about that. But I don't really know too much about the margins. Politics in New Hampshire, so I'm just put that lean as a guess. Oh yeah, I forgot Florida will be safe. This is what's his state that he would do well. Jeb Bush, I do think, will barely win Pennsylvania. Cori Bush doesn't have a lot of Rust Belt appeal. So does Jeb Bush, but Jeb Bush might have a little more of it. So that's why I'm going to have to give it to him by still margin. This could go either ways. This would probably be closer than Wisconsin. But I just do not see Cori Bush really winning. In Pennsylvania, she can win, though. She could win. This is really 50-50, but I do think Jeb Bush would have the advantage in Pennsylvania. Next, we're going to give... Actually, I changed my mind. I think that's going to go to... that's going to go to Jeb Bush. Next is North Carolina. So this will be a close one. I think I'm going to put this in a tilt margin because, this will be probably 1 point. Yeah, this will probably be a 1 point state. I'm gonna say 1 or 0.9 points because Cori Bush will get turned out in the minority votes. Presence will be big with Cori Bush. She will do well with them. But there is a lot of traditional Republicans that would love Jeb Bush and that would also go out for him. So I'm going to have to give this to Jeb Bush by a tilt margin, even though this could go to Cori Bush in the best scenario, but probably will not. Now, Georgia, I think this is a state that would go to Cori Bush. This is a state that she would probably win. The minority vote presidents. This is Georgia is one of the most states that is trending the blue, one of the most. Arizona and Georgia, they're trending blue in tremendous amounts. And I think Cori Bush will do well with the minority vote, and she could win Georgia. I'm going to make Florida likely, I guess, because I don't know, safe margin, Florida. I don't think it's too possible yet. Next, Texas. I just want to put Texas in likely, not a lot of sales. Arizona, I think will go by a lean margin to Jeb Bush. Cori Bush will not have any appeal to a lot of independent moderates. Because if people whoever wins needs to win moderates, and Jeb Bush will win a lot of traditional Republicans that voted for Doug Ducey or something like that. He resembles Republican parties politics like John McCain, so he will do well in the state. Cori Bush is too progressive, I think, for Arizona, so she would not win. And the next is Nevada. This will probably be a state where she would win easily. She'll probably win by 3 or 2 points. Yeah. But this is what I think the prediction would look like. This would be close. I think Cori Bush could be able to win the popular vote because Jeb Bush is not a strong candidate, but I want to flip Pennsylvania, but I just really don't see Pennsylvania going to Cori Bush. So this is what I think what the map would look like one more time. Cori Bush would not be a bad candidate, but she wouldn't be a good candidate. I would say she's more of a bad candidate than a good candidate, but she's not terrible. She would be better than AOC, because AOC would have more appeal to minority voters. And yeah, so this is what I think the map would look like. She would do well with the minority vote and stuff. Jeb Bush is not a strong candidate. But yeah, this is what I think the map would look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought this was a fun idea. I actually saw Cori Bush yesterday at a rally, and I thought, hey, Cori Bush versus Jeb Bush. So I just did that, and I thought it would be a fun thing to do. But it's actually pretty interesting when I look into it. But yeah, this is what I think the map would look like. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.